my eyes here.
Let's get this party started. We just started looking at a whole bunch of stuff, and Melzie, I just got it all listed up to share with you guys tonight. So we're super excited about this. We don't know what everything means, but we're vibrating. Melzie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited about tonight, and just to have fun and explore together.
Absolutely. Your hair looks fabulous, by the way.
I just got it done, so thank you.
Yeah,
this is a shout out.
Yeah,
shout out to Jolene if you're listening. She did a great job.
Yeah, she did. It looks awesome. Just noticed a good little curl going there. Norma Jean, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing awesome. Just got so much going on these past couple of days, especially this morning, just getting this beautiful image of the capabilities of us as being human beings. Man, it's profound. So yeah, it's been experiential as usual.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I believe Norma's referring to is the capacity to bring all of your bodies together. So your physical, right? Your energetic and your soul. Yeah, bring it all down, your galactic body. Let's call it the galactic body because, it really is. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, Melzie getting her glam on. Heck yeah. So those of you that missed last night, let's just give you a really quick recap. We were having lots of discussions, but one of the discussions was around the 12/12 portal, the new moon, and I'm just going to keep calling Beetlejuice. It's probably like Betelgeuse or something, but it's Beetlejuice in my opinion. So we're just going to call it Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Right? I was doing that yesterday in the morning, dancing around downstairs. Yeah, it's so funny. And hello to everyone. We got everyone over on Rumble. There's too many to list, but love you guys. Good to see you all. Yeah, we got Facebook going, and Janice is there too. Hey, Janice over on YouTube. Awesome. Yeah, really excited to have you guys here. So if you didn't know, let's just recap. The 12/12 portal is open from yesterday, I believe, until the 31st. So it's this big window. Some say it's only until the winter solstice, but there's too much going on. It's going to happen till the end of the year, in my opinion, until the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't that sound like a recount? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's what we're at this year as a number, which is really fascinating in itself.
Wow. Because
right?
that ties in with the cold moon. I think so when we look at it will be able to see, because I can't remember all the details, but it's like the 13th moon on the 13th hour. There's like a bunch of 13s in it. So, and that's on the 26th. So we're going to be talking about, so that we didn't talk about this. So we didn't know, we've talked about some of the stuff, but not that point. So that's so interesting, isn't it? Like, what does that mean? And then also there's some 3/3s, I think, along with the Beetlejuice release of the date of the movie. So it was released on, I think, March 30th, on March the 30th in 1988. So those are 88 comms. So we're going to get some Back to the Future comms along with Beetlejuice. What does this mean? Wow, sorry.
And you know, my crown's so on fire. We don't have all the answers.
Mine too.
Right? So we're going to play with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a it's like we're creating the adventure with you. And so we're super excited about this because, you know, it's fun being fired up, and it's really, really fun to be able to share it with all of you live. So we're being very brave. Right? All right. So should we just jump right into it?
Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we talked about talking about Beetlejuice and what this is and the energies it has, what's going on, how the correlation is to our timeline of this experience we're having right now. So we've all done a little bit of research. It's kind of like Beetlejuice just came out of nowhere, and we were like, what is this Beetlejuice? And yet years ago, we all saw that movie, and we, you know, it was a creepy kind of movie you loved. So I think there's always comms in those movies. One person, I can't remember his name, did a really, really good decode on it. So we're going to see some of that footage in here. So I'm going to get my glasses on so I can see better. And then, let's pull up what we got.
There we go. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's really worthy of noting how this came into the field for me too, was some random video, never random, pops up about it passing from the top of the Baja, this comet in front of Beetlejuice, coming from the top of the Baja and then down and through and out the Yucatan, where we're going in January. So I'm like, oh, what are the chances?
Wow.
And not only that, Ashala did a tarot reading for us on it, and said, well, originally this comet was actually supposed to be more nefarious and hit Earth, and it was redirected energetically, which means it also gives us this energy opening. So one person I watched likened it to a trumpet, and it coming down and out the trumpet horn. I was like, interesting.
Wow.
And then the other one was that it's like it's being birthed out of the lower Mexico. So it's like a female and then coming out. So no matter what, it's a shift in energy, which is always a really good opportunity to pay more attention to energies and what's going on, because there's a lot. I know a lot of people are feeling discombobulated. I know a lot of people are vibing really high, and it doesn't matter where you are, or maybe not at all. That's okay. So it's just a matter of taking in this information. How does it make you feel? And maybe you've got a movie to watch or some more research to go do on your own. And we're super happy to continue this one as we move through to the end of the year, because it's a fascinating topic. All right. So we're going to get started.
And just, you know, when you're giving birth, you know, it's not an enjoyable experience.
No, good point.
You know, it isn't. You're like going through agony. You think you're going to die, and there's a chance you could, you know, and you don't know how it's going to come out, and yet you know a baby's coming. Like, you're excited about that life. So just that for a thought. And then tying in the birth of the Hoover Dam. So the Hoover Dam looks like kind of a woman sitting down, and she's about to give birth into a water birth into the canal, right? And Madonna did a ritual on a cosmic return, a solar flash, or some type of event that would burst the dam, and they would have like some type of a birthing event. Now, I'm not saying that's what I believe is going to happen, because I think that, you know, we have that what they planned is it's not going to be. It's going to be different. So yeah, let's look at what we got and see
Okay.
the first slide.
So I think I'm going to try and go right to the, let me pop it up. I'm going to try and hit right onto the star itself first. There we go. There's the famous star. It is one of the brighter stars in the sky. Do you want to add anything to that, ladies?
Well, I heard that it's a.
Oh.
I heard that it's a star of Bethlehem. So, and I can't remember why, but you know, when these events happen, it's like a plasmic discharge, right? So it's not just like it is brighting or it's flickering more. Maybe it could be an event that none of us have seen in the heavens before. We have been talking about a sky event. Maybe this is it.
Right? Yeah. Supernova simulation. Why does it say December 25th, 2023 on there?
Don't know.
Wasn't that fascinating in itself?
Amazing of the colors that it is representing as well.
Yeah. Well,
whoever created this.
Right? Whoever created this. And it's got those pinks in it, Norma.
Yeah.
I was jumping up and down this morning over the pink sunrise. Pink. All right, cool. So then and there was a second one. There we go. And there's the moon. And Melzie, you were saying something about Venus in this as well.
Yeah, so on December 9th, so we just had this happen. Venus was basically eclipsing over Betelgeuse. And so for 7 seconds, that's what we just had. It went dark. So there was a transit that happened, and it traveled from west to east, which is interesting because you think normally things would travel from east to west. I don't know, in my mind. Like in the cycle of the sacred cycle, everything goes, when you enter a teepee, you go in from the east and you travel down south and then you go west and then you go north. So that's just some thoughts of mine. And in the sky, we'll see this in a little bit. Orion's belt is made up of Betelgeuse. Or, you know, Orion is the constellation of the hunter. And so this hunter is also facing, it looks like, you know, a bull or Taurus, probably, right?
Right. Forgive me while I try and find that one. There we go. That's what
there we go.
For. Yeah.
Right. So Betelgeuse is kind of in the armpit of this warrior, right? The hunter. And Taurus has the constellation of Pleiades in it, which will be very important for us when we look at it in just a little bit. So it's the hunters become the hunted. So normally the person who is, you know, the hunter, he's the hunter, right? We see this in here. The hunters become the hunted. Is the bull going to win over the hunter in this case? Sometimes the bull wins, right? So in the constellation, I think we talked about Pleiades, we see the star of Alcyone, which is tied to the North Pole star on the Hoover Dam. So I don't know what all this means, but it means something. And if you see in the background there, you see the Washington Monument. The Washington Monument is in what they call the National Mall. Is it's tied to like it aligns with the Orion's belt, just like the pyramids do. And also, so isn't that interesting? That's all in that picture. It's like as above, so below, right?
Yeah. That's really fascinating. Yeah.
And this last thing. So Trump also says that he's the Magador, right? So is he the Taurus bull that's taking out the Orion energies of
Right.
right of that those darker energies basically that were the draconian energies. And so I'm not sure what all that means. That's just kind of my interpretation of this. And
And
we'll see.
you're reminding me too last night that as we were discussing this, and I asked, hey, is Beetlejuice, is that a good energy or a bad energy? And Ashella had said, well, actually, it's us with our attention on it now that will make it a positive, is basically what the outcome of the conversation was. Norma, did you have anything to add to that?
What was popping in for me is, given that we're looking at a bull that's over Orion, and what y'all been speaking to, I'm getting something that because I just pick up on things differently. I'm getting Bitcoin out of this.
Oh, fascinating.
Okay. So I did put this up in here, but one of the things that I saw, like this was tied to some type of cryptocurrency, and I can't remember that Stellar was in there or something.
Yeah.
I'll have to show it to you later, Norma, because you'll find it really interesting. I wish I had included it, but I didn't. So amazing.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And why are you getting crypto, Norma? Can you add anything to that at all?
It's all, sometimes it's about symbology.
Yeah.
And because I perceive things differently from others, I'm going to see something that, I guess for whatever it is that I'm meant to pick up, like with the bull over Orion, this also could come to the financial system as well, where, with what's happening with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETFs, waiting for the SEC to make a choice on that, that it all is all playing together, because this is a game. This is a game. It depends on how you perceive the game, depending on the perspective you're utilizing in order to see all the the psyops or the comms that they come out with.
Right.
And Norma, didn't they put like a golden bull just appeared on like Wall Street or something one time? Did you know that or hear about that?
Well, I just know about the bull that sits down there in New York to begin with, because of the stock exchange.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Fascinating. All right. Let's see what we've got for our next image. Here we go. All right. What's the first photo?
Well, the first, it is, that is Alice's floor for Project Looking Glass, which is Orion. The constellation Orion is a part of Project Looking Glass. So, I was like, I don't know why is this on the schematics for Project Looking Glass?
Right.
And Orion, you can see that Orion's belt down below is where the pyramids are, is aligned to the pyramids, right? And so what are they doing? What are they capturing in that energy from the heavens and trying to bring down to earth? And so that you can see on the top right corner, that's where it's overlaid over Arizona.
Yeah.
And I can't see close enough, but there's a Beetlejuice that I think is Beetlejuice, Arizona.
At the very bottom.
On the right shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
like it is there.
And that's kind of in that area. It's we studied the Native Americans that were in that area, and they felt that their DNA was the gatekeepers for a portal there, and that there's an ancient metropolis that was there. Then that's part of the reason that they put the water over Hoover Dam in the Lake Mead area, was to cover up all of those artifacts, all of that civilization. And so that's very ancient. This is it's interesting that we're talking about the Hoover Dam and Alcyone. I wonder if Alcyone is literally, because this is where, if we looked up above, if Alcyone then is aligned to the Hoover Dam. And CERN said that the Hoover Dam, on their website, it says Hoover Dam holds the key to the fate of the universe. What?
Wow. Wow. This is so fascinating. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
can't not, if you're curious, really enjoy that this information's coming up. And it's something that we encourage everyone to go find out what you can. I'm really curious too where Beetlejuice USA is, because there's a point between near the Grand Canyon where the states all meet. And it's got to be close to there, because I can see no, those are roads. So anyways, it's somewhere that I'm supposed to go energetically. And so I find that fascinating too, given the information I have around that. So interesting. All right, we've got that one. Let's chat about this one, the Seven Sisters, the Pleiades.
So, Trump has, and Melania and some other ones, they have these glasses on and then they're looking up, right? And even one of them, they point up. And in this one, you see Trump pointing up. And he's walking out one time, and there's the Pleiades star system that you see in the background.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the Pleiades star system is Alcyone. And we can move to the other one, the Seven Sisters, they're called. So what the Space Force on their emblem, or whatever it's called, their shield, I think there's another picture of it.
Okay.
It has, yeah. And I have a better picture of Alcyone too, in another one where it's actually like in this toroidal field. So we look at it like it's a 2D image here, and we're not understanding the physics of this constellation works in like when we get into the center of a toroidal field, we hit 0 point energy, right? Creation point.
Yep.
So in that donut field, that's where Alcyone sits. So Alcyone, maybe what we're looking at when we look up in the skies is different in these 2D images than actually what's happening in more of a fluid world, right?
Of course.
Yes, and here you can see up in their logo, there's the star system of the Pleiades star system.
Yeah.
So are they the guardians of, the universe? Are they our guardians? It says right there, guardians.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Probably in conjunction with, so.
Yeah.
His Space Force, the guardians of the universe, not Space Force. Are they the guardians for this time on Earth?
Right. Yeah.
That's the right question.
Maybe though they're working with, galactics.
Yes.
And I believe they are. So maybe this is in your face. I don't know. But I think that it's a beautiful time to be alive, exploring these things, right?
Absolutely. And maybe, Melzie, you can take a moment and just see if you can find a good photo of the Hoover Dam.
Oh my goodness. Zoom in on Trump up there if you could, just a second. I see Orion's belt in it.
Yes.
Do you see it?
Yep.
So maybe so you see the 3 dots right there, and then the 2 on the side, that's Orion.
Yeah.
And Betelgeuse is the far side over there.
Yeah, right
there. You go.
Yeah. Far left. Fascinating. Huh. I'm a little speechless. So do we have a photo? Do we have a photo of the Hoover Dam where you were saying the outline of it looks like a woman birthing? If you could
I do.
Find that, and then I'll get it pulled up here in a few minutes.
Okay, if I drop out, then I'll be back.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no worries. And then there's also a Beetlejuice movie here So a guy's doing a decode on it. Look at her fingers lit up there, which is also looking like part of Orion's belt. And I think there's another angle. For some reason, I can't play this. So if anybody knows who this is and you want to go check it out, go for it. Right? There we go. So the way her fingers are up and the way that we go back to this same thing. And then Orion's belt again. And look at this. Right? Yeah, absolutely. It's, you just can't make this stuff up. Somebody's got a lot of forethought on it. And then here we have, do you have anything to add, Norma? I can't see you, so you're just going to have to bear with me.
No, you're fine. It's,
okay.
It's the 3 just keeps coming up. And, it's like just sitting here and just looking at, as you're flipping through the pictures, 3 is a very strong indicator of, mind, body, spirit.
Yep.
So, as far as Orion's concerned, at this point, it's like I get to a degree, especially in this now time, where Orion is being somewhat to a degree associated with the nefarious things that have been taking place. But my question is what was Orion before any of this? What did it represent? What was it truly for? When this earth was first created, that's the questions I ask. What was its origin before it was manipulated or stolen and used or utilized for nefarious reasons? So that's what I keep getting as we go along in this, because I'm just asking questions. I'm just waiting to see, and as I do that, I wait to see if I get answers as I'm sitting here with y'all.
Right. And absolutely. Yeah. So it is. And look at, this is an asteroid known as 319 Leona. I'd be really curious about the gematria on that one. Is set to pass in front. And the same with Beetle. Like, we need some gematria done. We'll have to see. The asteroid will appear to move from west to east. Yeah, we chatted about that a little bit. Yeah, that's fascinating. So let's just pull back for a minute and wait for Melzie. And there she is. She's here. She hasn't gone anywhere. She's frozen.
Okay. Yep. So I put some stuff into our folder.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. There we go. All right. So I'm going to get those ones pulled up just while we sit here for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting stuff for me. Like, I've for some reason, like we were talking earlier, we get into digging somewhere and it calls us, like, we don't know why. But years ago, my parents lived in Lake Havasu City, and I went to the Hoover Dam, and that was when you could go. You didn't have, they had that bridge now, but you could actually drive over the bridge. And so I saw this symbolism in this star map there, and I didn't understand it. I took pictures of it. I tried to interpret it. I didn't get it, but I started researching that. And then when my parents moved to Lake Havasu, I saw that the London Bridge was there, and that it looks like there was land that belonged to England. And so I started wondering if there was a correlation between the bridge and the Hoover Dam. So I think there is. And so this is kind of one of my deep digs that I keep digging and digging and digging and digging. And
right.
Sometimes I get a good piece of the puzzle. So here's our stuff that we get to share today.
Okay. So some of these are out of a Telegram chat, so I might have a hard time getting them to post, but I will do my best. And I wonder if I can do it another way. So, all right. So we've got the numbers. We've got enough information, and to realize again that it's all energy, correct? And that it's floating, right? So think about your Taurus field, and let's talk a little bit too about how one can help to clear their field to feel better. Because I think it's really important during this time, and I just want to interrupt that this is all external stuff still, and that if our energy and our hope and our desires and our energetic fields, our love is, as we expand and realize that everything we need is within us versus externally, that we could affect these events. And so we do want to make sure that this is a positive spin for you guys. Norma, you want to add to that? Go ahead, Melzie. Go ahead, Melzie, you're going to say something.
No, we definitely, I mean, that's, I think, what we're realizing is that we have an effect on our reality all the time. And so all of this stuff, that's part of what they didn't want to happen for us, was for us to awaken and know our creator powers that we have. You know, we were not put here necessarily for having an experience or a journey, but we were here to become creator beings.
Exactly. And that we can, so if gravity doesn't exist and we are actually electromagnetic beings and the earth is magnetic, then of course we are at play and always moving. And Norma, I know you've got more to say about that, within the universe and within the stars.
Oh yeah, it's you know, as we come more and more into understanding the truth of our purpose for being here, the greatest one, first off, is we are creative beings. We come here to create. For this is not the only place that I can speak to that I know exist. And Earth is just a part of many, many other planetary systems out there that we are a part of. And Earth is just one of those where you're able to come here and create in a tangible way. So basically what this Earth is wanting and desiring from us right now are new ideas. There's nothing, you ever heard of that phrase? There's nothing new under the sun. There's a purpose for that. It's because us as human beings have forgotten our creative essence, our creative abilities. So now we're at that place where we're coming into understanding that so much of what we're experiencing, we see that we want to change. It's time for those creative juices to start flowing, so that way we can start creating new ideas, new expansive ways where something that, like what we've just experienced, never happens again. So this is where
high five, sister.
Yeah, this is where you come together and you find the balance, so that we never get out of balance again. And we all have that one experience when we come here to understand we're just here to create. We're here to see what we are capable of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, thanks for that. And Janice is saying that, where'd it go? It's called the Four Corners. Yeah. And she's talking about XRP. So it has something to do with XRP. And Cindy has 7 daughters. I wonder if that was intentional, Cindy. Right?
That's beautiful, Cindy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I got 17Q doing some gematria for us, just so we can check this out a little bit more. And then we do have a few more things. Yeah, absolutely. So excited. And to check this out as well. So I just keep getting that, everyone's talking about solar flares off the sun. It's us vibrating out, and then there's a reflection back. That's what I keep getting around this. So when you think you're not powerful enough, think again, because you are. So
go deeper.
Yeah.
I think it's both.
We're the microcosm, right?
Yeah. As above, so below. So we're having something cosmically happening, but we're also resonating to that response, that entanglement, because we're entangled with it. There's a plasmic discharge that's happening. And we're like, we see it in that Schumann resonance where the flares are coming in and it's like white. That's what's happening. We're getting this, and we are the solar flash event. I think the soul, or when we hit that 100th monkey effect with our heart field, and however that's going to be the awakening, it'll be this along with the solar. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm down for the ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Eckenbro just said, I just realized something, y'all. If Tanya's from BC and Melzie is from the Midwest and Norma Jean is from the Southeast, it's almost as if they create a diagonal line across the continent. Good observation.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, of course, yes, no, that's freaking awesome. Free. I'm just
yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it is fascinating, and who knows, right? And then I'm just giving her the words one more time. Betelgeuse. I'm certainly learning how to spell it, which is amazing in itself.
I know, because at first I was putting in Beetlejuice and I wasn't coming up with much for research.
Right.
That happens. And then I learned, you learn so much when you do research on anything. So that's why I encourage everybody to get out. It's like we have the Library of Alexandria at our fingertips. Just think about how it was 30 years ago. We went to a library and you might have a book on one subject and get to read maybe a little bit about it, right? And now we get to just go to this great library of understanding and share and have this really 5D experience, here in our little corners of the world together. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have a card.
No.
No. Or return your books.
Yeah, absolutely. Janice, I get your fine to fly, so don't worry about it. So she's worried about flying on Friday, and I'm like, no, you're good. Frick, I booked to go down to Yucatan in January, so we'll see. I just refuse to put my life on hold for anything at this point.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's important too. We need to live our lives. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Create it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put the screen back up again, and sorry for the one moment there. There we go. No, we want to go over to the Hoover Dam. There we go. This is the one I can pull up. I don't think I can pull up the Telegram ones, but I'm going to keep trying for a moment. So go ahead and look at that.
Okay, so if we look at it, somebody put over, I can't remember that movie. People know it. Stargate, was it? Where they would jump through that water portal. So I found out that CERN put a device, a particle accumulator, like a cell accelerator, into the Hoover Dam, I think in 1986. And so if we think about that, I've always wondered why, they made these dams in the first place, because there really wasn't anything there that needed that kind of power. So what are they hiding? Are there pyramids? Do they use it for technology? Is it all of the above? And then with the star map that's on the Hoover Dam, that makes you wonder, well, if there's a star map, maybe there is a portal here, right? If you have a star map, it might be to show you where you're going or show you where you're coming. So there's definitely some type of energy, I think, that they're using along with water. And if you look at it, the legs kind of look like you're giving birth in that portal.
Absolutely. And there's a really good photo here, and I wish I could share it. But I'm not finding an easy way. I can't even drag. Oh, wait. No, I can't drag it anywhere. So there's a really good.
Can you save it?
Yeah.
Save it to a local drive and then share it?
Wait. We'll try that. Image saved to downloads. There you go. Way to go, Melzies. I don't do well with this stuff on the fly. All right, let me grab these other quick ones.
I think you do great on the fly. It is a lot to produce a show, and along with trying to be able to talk, I think you do a great job. So
thank you.
Thank you for trying.
Because I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
That's somehow you learn, though, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's how I learn the fastest. That's how I operate. I operate well by the seat of my pants. I confess. I actually kind of thrive on it. Okay, I take it back.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I don't think it any other way. So
right. Yeah. Okay. So we have them in downloads now. So let me just see if I can do this again. Perfect. Let's show you these because these are really critical to being able to see these. And so, yeah, it should show right here. Okay, hold on. It's usually right here. Share this page. No, it's usually pops up right here for me. So there you go. I put myself on the spot too much now. Okay.
Can you
All right.
look at the Telegram channel? It won't show it.
It won't show me the Telegram channel. That's okay. I'll get it here in a second. We'll just keep chatting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, Hoover Dam. So let's talk about the North Stars in the star map. So the star map has Thuban, Polaris, which is the North Star of the Big Dipper, and it has Alcyone in it. Now, Thuban was the North Star, like I think 13,000 years ago. And Alcyone, I don't know when it was. Was it? And anyways, right now we're aligned to Polaris, which looks like liquid mercury spinning. You know, it looks like the cup when it spins around. You know, that sacred thing that we see that looks like the swastika, right?
Yeah.
So liquid mercury, when it spins, looks like the swastika, looks like that spinning. So that makes me wonder if it's a portal through there, through Polaris.
It would make sense. Is Polaris a portal? I think a lot of the stars are portals. I think that's just Norma. Do you agree?
Oh, you know, given some of the stuff that I'm coming into and understanding, when we prepare to come and embody, we go through planets because that's where we receive basically some of the geometry that comes in with us, because that's what takes this bright light that we are and tones us down and slows our vibratory state down, so that way we can embody this vessel, because it was so dense at the time when we came in here because it was so heavy, and that heaviness comes from the creative process of such focus of energy in one place or one direction. And what happens is once something becomes solid, the density, once it becomes so heavy, affects how the planet is, and it affects us. So that's the reason why it's so important to understand that as we're going through this, that our energy is vitally important to self. So that way we can utilize it for our creative faculties. So that way, this vessel stays healthy, the mind stays sharp and clear and receivable. So yeah, as I keep continuing to come into this information myself, the more and more I understand, and the more and more it things click for me, that I'm like, okay, that feels right.
Right.
I can feel in me. Okay. So yeah, it's very vitally important to understand that there's processes to everything about why we are here.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes complete sense. And so, okay, I think I might have gotten it. Well, we're going to try one more time. Oh, I got Telegram. All right, I got Telegram this time. Oh, the browser can't access your screen. It doesn't like it. That's what I say. All right, I give up. Okay, so if you want to see these, Melzie's going to have them in her channel. Yeah, Melzie, you want to throw those up?
Melzie K's Mind. Yeah, Melzie K's Mind. I also have another channel too that I'll share with you on Melzie K's Mind. It's like the Hoover Dam and Lake Havasu connection.
Yeah.
And so if you join that, you'll find so much more stuff than I have in Melzie Case Mine. So I really like this topic. So maybe we could talk about it again, and we'll be a little bit more prepared with some of the other stuff that we can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, let's look what I think we got some of the gematria. Should we take a look at it?
Yes, I just pulled it over.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so this is for the 319 Leona, and it is 319. So that totals 319. Public understanding of events, new beginning of consciousness. Be prepared for the full blessings. The great reunion is on the way, and nothing's going to stop us now. Sweet.
Nothing can stop what's coming.
Oh,
Yeah. What?
I just seen something in a word. Reunion. Take away the re and it's you and I on.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Norma's been studying a lot of words. Yeah, absolutely. So that was Leona. So interesting that Leona totals 319 and it was called 319 Leona. So she didn't have the
That
319
is
number
interesting.
in there with it. That's a mirror.
Yes.
I thought that I saw 3192 somewhere, so that was interesting. Oh, so if we could go back to the cold moon stuff, I just want to talk about that a little bit.
We've got one more gematria on Betelgeuse itself.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. We're just having fun. We're having way too much fun. No, there's no such thing as too much fun. There we go. Public understanding of events, new beginning of consciousness. It's also 319. What?
We just did this one.
We just did that one.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, because it had Hoover Dam and Niagara Falls in it.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's 1-1. So like the Hoover Dam has a bunch of 1-1. Like there's 2 towers in it, 1-1. And so there's a bunch of 1-1 comms in that. Wow.
Fascinating. And Niagara Falls, even more fascinating. Because where's the Hoover Dam again in the US? Is it middle? Is it?
It is.
South?
Well, it could be the connection of, again, technology. So Niagara Falls has a dam there that Tesla put the Tesla hydroelectric turbines in. So I'm not sure, but I doubt too many people made hydroelectric turbines, you know. So it's probably all Tesla's turbines.
And get this. So I have a friend who's into this stuff. I've known him for I've known him since I was a teenager. We had lunch the other day and he said, do you know why there was that? Well, I don't remember what year it was. Everyone remember the year of the blackout down the East Coast? That's because they were trying to fire up the Tesla and they blew it reversed backwards and blew up the whole coast. They did it there to test it because there was less critical infrastructure than anywhere else in North America. And I just found that out. So, woo.
Well, I believe, okay, so this is cool. So let me tell you about this correlation. So I've been in, I believe that the Trump towers are Tesla towers. Because Nikola Tesla converted the New Yorker building into a time travel machine, a Tesla tower.
Yes.
And that the rooms in the Trump buildings are jump towers for some places, jump rooms. But Trump, in Elephant Butte Dam, there's a dam that preceded Hoover Dam that's in Truth or Consequences right next to it near Hoover. It's called the Elephant Butte Dam. And there are Trump turbines that are in there a lot. And I asked the guy, I said, so are these Tesla turbines? And he said, I don't know. That's a really good question. He said, because who else would it be? They'd have to be Tesla turbines. So again, why would they build a huge dam in the middle of the desert where there's no population? There's no need to dam it up back then. They had no need in that time.
Can I clearly say that they're just selling us back our free energy anyway? Like, this is all bullshit. the whole thing. It's all just, this follow the money, follow the money, follow the money. So, and here's the one for the Grand Canyon, 116, biblical times, biblical event. We have won, global reset. You are safe. Let's pray. Powerful, trust me, angel of light. So these are, coinkydinks. Nah,
Yeah,
can't be.
no. And 116 looks like 911 upside down.
Right? Yeah.
So for me, it's a 911, even though it says 11-6. To me, it's a 911.
Okay, so Leona alone is 47, which is Nevada, time of God. Yeah, no worries. So that 319 was in there. All good. All good. Makes sense. So then I'm curious, 17Q, thank you so much for doing this. You're amazing. We love you.
Yes, thank you.
So was the first one 319 Leona all added up, or just the 319? So I'm curious what those two are together, if you could, pretty please. Yeah, we so appreciate it. Absolutely. Okay, let's go back to some more photos. I just have to present again, and too bad I can't present Telegram, but next time. So we'll continue this conversation.
Yeah, it's a good one because there's a lot there.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then we're just going to pop this one up, and away we go, and pull over to the cold moon, which is here. There you go.
Okay, so we are having our last moon of the year is called a cold moon, and it's the 13th moon in the year, I guess, or 13th moon. I'm not sure where that 13 comes in. But there was a movie that was created called Cold Moon. And so the cold moon is going to be on the 26th of December. And so we're talking about energies between a certain time frame, right, of the winter solstice. So going to the 26th is kind of interesting. And then, so what we have Back to the Future comes along with the Beetlejuice movie being released. So Beetlejuice was released I think in 1988. So there's our 88 comms Back to the
And there's a
Future.
second one coming out. There's a second Beetlejuice coming out.
Oh, wow. And I think it was released on, if there's 3/3, so it was released on March the 30th. So, and we have the actor who played the scientist, the crazy scientist. His name is Christopher Lloyd. I can't remember.
Christopher
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
So he plays in this movie Cold Moon. So the writer of Cold Moon also wrote Beetlejuice.
Wow. There's a movie for you guys to check.
So that's just coincidence, right? I have no idea what it means, but.
And then, yeah, Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future, Orion Gray's Control Illuminati equals want a catastrophe to anchor in their timeline, Cold Moon. The 13th moon on December 26th. He's the writer of Beetlejuice, writer of Cold Moon. Yeah, coincidence. Trump is Matador, Taurus, Bull, and Pleiades star system, Guardians of the Galaxies, Hunters become the hunted. So that's about as much as I'm willing to tap into, but that's fascinating, isn't it? So fascinating.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a time to be alive. I mean, honestly,
Right?
This is just, who could even write this stuff up, you guys? So thank you, everybody, for joining us and talking about this and listening and being a part of it and contributing.
Absolutely. Yeah. We love you all. That was like, yeah. So yeah, kind of off the cuff. There we go. Here we go. We got another gematria. You guys want to see this one? You get so excited about the gematria.
88. We have 88 people watching. There's our Back to the Future comms.
Right?
That was last week too.
Yeah, it's 88, so cool. 88 just on Facebook. There we go to 89. That's just on Facebook.
That's 17.
Right. All right. 319132. So it comes to 132.
Wow.
Yeah. Princess Diana, the divine child, JFK Jr. is alive. Flower of life, the most high. Can't complain about it. Right? Yeah. Fascinating. Absolutely. Yeah. Perfect. And on the flip side of this, it's an opportunity too with this new moon to to literally go ahead and figure out what you don't want in your life anymore and make out a list and then burn it, right?
Mhm.
So that you too can start to figure out what you want to do, right? What do you really want this next year? What do you want your life to be like? And you can go ahead and actually set that intention, not only for the new upcoming cold moon, but then move it all the way through into next year. So what you're doing, it could just even be a word, right? Or how do you want to feel? And so this is really important that you drop into this, to get into the embodying and bringing that feeling within you as if it's already happened. That's the resonance we want you sending out. Dun, dun, dun. That's the resonance we want you sending out, as if this has already all happened, because it's going to happen faster. So instead of riding this roller coaster, fucking hold that resonance as high as you can, because that is what will help to flip all of this, right? That is what will happen. Absolutely.
Well, and also when we're doing that, we're attracting that energy, and it's about attraction. So how do we
Yeah.
manifest? We start living in a vibration that is higher. So that's how we start attracting higher vibrations, is by just simply radiating it.
Yeah. This is 319 Leona altogether. The other one was just the 319. So as typed as words. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, with 17, which equals Q. I'm a man on a mission. Yeah,
The
fascinating.
coming storm.
Yeah, God has chosen you, warrior of light. You are all
Light.
warriors of light. So let's
Mhm.
rock this light up as high as we can. Let's focus on what we do want, chuck the rest of it in the fuck it bucket as if it's all done already, and you're already abundant wherever you are, and hold on to that. Ride that, what is it? Anchor yourself to love. Get that love anchor attached, and away you go. Yeah. You want to have the last few words there, Norma?
Of course, yeah. It's like I said, this is about creativity. And as I'm sitting here and we're enjoying this so thoroughly as to what we're diving into, and what we're receiving from this is that, like I was speaking to earlier, it's time to get to a place of creativity that really just expands and goes beyond anything we've ever experienced before. And even though I see this as a game, at this point, we're having so much fun with it. This is where we're creating those new ventures.
Yes.
We're utilizing this chaos, is so to speak, and we're taking it. We're making it fun, because as we do that, we're raising our vibration already. We're sending out a frequency of laughter, of joy, and in that opens up our heart space and our heart center. And as we do that, guess what? All that laughter and joy is followed by love. It's followed by acceptance. It's followed with peace. Is all these great things. So stay in that creative mode. Make sure that you take care of you and make sure that the energy that you have remains with you, and you focus on the things that you want to see change, and then radiate with love.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Melzie.
Yeah, I just want to say, Norma, I don't know how to follow that, because that was just perfect, honestly. And really, no, I mean, it's what you said was, I was like, yeah. So thank you all for sharing this time with us, and I'm excited to see where we're all going to go with our creative energies, and who we're going to
Yes.
what's going to become of it, right? So I think this is our playground, our sandbox, that we get to go and make sandcastles together,
Right.
and see what we're going to create, see how we're going to put it all together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was somebody in the chat before the show that I'm just recalling that I did do the rods on who hasn't seen the moon in Georgia. And Norma, that you lived in
Oh,
Georgia, hasn't seen the moon for like a week. Does the moon get low enough that you wouldn't see it? That's what I was getting. Okay. I
wow.
just wanted to clarify that. So yeah. So I know you, because everyone's a little more observant, which I'm so proud of you all for being more observant, that you're picking up on things you normally wouldn't pick up on. So congratulations on that. No fear, the moon is here.
Yeah.
And it is the plasma moon now. We confirmed that last night that there might be some shifting going on with the sun, but it was mostly the plasma moon at this point, which is beautiful. Yeah. And Michelle says, I've been watching something in my sky over my house for about 2 months. Way big to be a star, not Jupiter. I'm a stargazer. This is so not normal. It disappeared 2 days ago, then it reappeared yesterday. I feel like I'm being watched over, and during a clear night, did it disappear when there was no moon that night? Curious. Did it disappear when there was no moon that night? No, it's coming and going. Is it relevant just to Michelle? No, it's relevant for the area. So it has something to do with your area. There's something important going on in your area, and it's for the good, just so you know. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So what can you control? What can you do? What do you want to manifest in your life? And let's freaking go. Dun, 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 dun. We love you all.
Love you. Thanks so much. Have a great week.
Absolutely. And we'll see you. We will see you. Maybe Melzie, we continue this on Sunday for AFC a bit on the whole. Yeah, we'll chat about that.